Hey, what is this genomic testing I've been hearing you dairy cows talk about?
Oh, it's just this really cool thing the humans have been doing for us girls. The dairy industry has been on the DNA's quest for more than 10 years, ever since better and cheaper genetic evaluation techniques became available. Now 1.5 million of us are positively affected by genomic testing. Why, are you jealous?
Hey, lady, my human's been doing this genomic testing also, but they are now talking about really utilizing it. What that's going to mean for us. About 300,000 of us have been affected, but they said that number is going to rise and fast.
Well, first let me explain what genomic testing is. Genetic information is still on the rise, and only a few studies have been published on the value of gene testing. The two main reasons are one, the cost of collecting genetic information, and two, a lack of genetics training.
So, what exactly is genomics and how do you test it?
Genomics is a tool. It's the study of the entire set of genes found in living things. A genome is an organism's complete set of DNA, all the information needed to build that organism. The main difference between genomics and genetics is that genomics concerns itself with the structure, function, evolution, and mapping of genomes. Genetic mapping and physical mapping is what's involved. Looking at the genetic code, the function of the gene and how the gene changes the differences in genotypes instead of just looking at the single one gene.
How do they take a sample?
Oh, it's pretty simple, really. Your handler just needs to either collect a blood or tail hair sample, put it in the blood or hair card, and fill out the basic information on the front. Then they simply send it in to one of the genomic testing companies and they do the rest.
What happens when the sample gets to the facility?
When it gets to the testing facility, the scientists extract the DNA from the sample and make copies of each DNA fragment using a process called polymerase chain reaction, or PCR. The DNA is then loaded onto a sequencer. The combination of nucleotides A, T, G, and C, making up each individual fragment of DNA, is determined, and each result is called a DNA read. After that, the sequencer produces millions of DNA reads, and specialized computer programs are used to put them together like a jigsaw puzzle. And when it's completed, the genome sequence containing millions of nucleotides is ready to be translated into a genomic evaluation for each animal, and these genomic evaluations will be provided back to the farmer.
Well, what has it done for you girls?
It's helped us in a number of ways. Most of the stary animals with high genomic potential are now right here in the US instead of across seas. The artificial insemination companies have established their own breeding program to enhance genetics, like MOET, or multiple ovulation embryo transfer. Many commercial dairy farmers now see themselves in the seed stock business, kind of like the beef industry. It's not like this has happened overnight. It was a multitude of things over years. We are now using technologies such as genomic testing, sex semen, and embryo transfer together, and that really set it off. Us girls and our humans aren't perfect. We still have to work on this. Genomics are still evolving, and accuracy of DNA tests continues to improve.
Okay, but has it really helped you ladies?
Oh yes, productivity of us dairy herds is growing 2 to 4 times faster as a result of genomic testing. Plus, good news, there are lots of similarities between the dairy and beef industries and the genomics potential, and your humans being able to work with you every day allows them to deliver the genetics to y'all's population quickly and easily.
I know some buddies in the Angus, Simmental, Hereford, and Red Angus associations have been really trying to utilize this testing. Others have been focusing their testing on BRD, new sequencing, and feed efficiencies because there is like no data on those areas.
See, your humans really care about you and your future.